What's going on, guys? Got a Slash 4x4 Ultimate here, rocking the old school body pins. Gross. Today we're going to be installing this body conversion kit for the Slash 4x4. It includes both the front and rear body mounts as well as the latches and hardware you need. It also has instructions. Optionally, if you already purchased a Slash and it has the clipless installed, we have other bodies. If you buy these two parts, it's going to give you what you need to convert your old school body to adapt to the new clipless mounting system on the new Slashes. This does not have that, so we're going to be installing the full conversion kit, which includes the pieces I just showed you as well as the towers. So let's go ahead and dig. Let's see what we got here. Let's go lay out our pieces. Not sure what these are, so we'll try and keep it together since it came together. 4 tiny pieces. Alright, risk of injury. Sounds fun. So it looks like we're going to be adding some existing holes to the body. And let's get started. Alright, to get started, we're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 3x10mm screws from the existing shock towers. Now when I'm working on things, I always, as I remove them, I place the screws back into the things, just so I know. So we're going to go ahead and set that front post to the side, and we're going to move to the back here. Alright, so we're going to grab these sticker templates. I believe they just peel off of here. And guess go ahead and poke out the existing hole since it's non-existent. So I'm going to line the hole. So we got left side. We're going to do the same thing with the right side. I might go ahead and use a knife and get rid of this centerpiece. Same thing, we're going to line up the existing hole first. Try and keep the bottom level. Once that's placed, firmly press it down to fully adhere it. We now have it adhered in both sides, and we are now going to ream out these holes or use a drill bit. Give me a second, let me decide which one I'm going to do. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do the body reamer. I've had mixed experiences with Lexan and drill bits. Now that we got that on, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and peel off this tape. Believe I'm done with it, hopefully. Nothing like cutting up a brand new body. You're going to install it with this black piece facing down, and these two long ones are going to go into these holes here. See, presses through these holes, and that's the left one. Go ahead and move to the right one. You might find when you go to press these in, they either aren't going to fit or they're too tight, so you might have to remount the holes a little bit further. So I would suggest leaving the tape on. If you leave the tape on, that way if you have to make any other modifications, the paint's covered by the tape if you care about the body. If you don't really care about the body, then go for it, have fun. This is a brand new body, so I am trying to protect it as best as I can. And we'll go ahead and press this guy in there as well. Alright. Front is installed. Not the biggest fan of how big that is, especially cutting out the Fox body, but seems like a worthy trade to have clipless. Now for the rear stickers. So, same thing as the front, except I forgot to punch out the existing body hole. Same thing, we're going to line up that hole. Try and keep the bottom level. And time to do some more reaming. It's tough. The drill bit obviously is going to be quicker, but drill bits with Lexan, the heat can cause the Lexan to kind of want to melt or warp, and I've had bad experiences with that, so I don't recommend it. Now I am a little concerned. So these are the two mounting holes. However, these holes are so close that now the Lexan is not one solid piece. I'm a little disappointed that they put those holes so close together. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. We will find out though. This truck does get beat and will continue to get beat. And if you guys are into videos of the slash, then you might want to subscribe because we love our slashes. This plastic or Lexan back here is much softer for some reason. Let's check these out. So this would be the back right. Alright, that hole's gonna need reamed out way more. Let's try this back lift. Same thing. So both those holes got messed up. gonna go ahead and clean up this excess plastic. I feel like that might cause issues with the flushness. Let's see here. Just gonna try using these dikes to clean it up. Probably not the best tool if you have some type of file. I don't have a file with me currently. Alright, get that back cleaned up a little better. Right side. Perfect. Pops in there much easier now. And alright, we got all front and rear, left and right installed. Thing looks relatively flush. We got a small gap right here on this right hand one. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and grab these lower underneath pieces. And we're gonna go ahead and tighten some screws. You're going to take these two tiny countersunk screws, and there's two holes that you'll be able, when you look at it, you'll see they fit in there flushly. So go ahead and tighten those down. Alright, so this isn't fitting too easily. So we're going to trim up the plastic up front. Alright, clean those holes up. Let's take a peek and see what happens here. Boom. In that time, I'm not going to tighten down that screw just so I have enough threading to get this other one in. They're both threaded now, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down. Boom. Tiny bit of gap I'm not really too crazy about, but all things considered, doesn't seem that bad. Gonna go ahead and pop this one out and tighten up those holes, clean them out. Alright, got the left side cleaned up. And same thing. Gonna get that thread started. Throw this one on there. Now that they're both threaded, we'll go ahead and tighten them down. So I've got, well, it's a little confusing, but when you have the body upside right, this is the left side, which is right here. So we're gonna use two 3x10 screws so we can tighten this down. So we've got one threaded, second one threaded. It looks good. Although we got the little dimple, which tells me that we tightened the screw a tiny bit too much, possibly. Ooh. Looks good. And now we need to put on our clipless latch. There's 2 of these. And let's figure out which one's which. Alright, so there's 2 of these pieces with the clip. The longer one is going to go in the back. They only fit one way, so don't worry. If you take a little bit of time, you'll figure it out. The front one is a little bit shorter. And we're gonna go just pop that on there. One cool thing I'm noticing right now, having these on here, is this body feels more rigid now, having that linking piece. So we'll have to see how that affects the longevity / durability of the slash body. Now we're going to secure these 4 screws, which are also 3x10s.
I want you guys to know, I'm going to be late to dinner at my mom's house, because I wanted to do this for you guys.
Alright, that's the rear. Let's go and secure the front. Alright, we got rear, front, inner, outer, all ready to go. Last but not least, we're going to be attaching these to the chassis. So let's go ahead and get the chassis over here. Now, let's take a look here. I'm guessing the narrower one's going to go up front, just like it did on the rear. And let's make sure we get this facing the right way. So we'll notice here that this isn't quite right. So Traxxas has this adapter plate, it looks like. Alrighty, so we have this front adapter plate piece here. This is actually going to set over the old body post holes. And you're going to align it so that this little ridge here is on the right hand side. Make sure it's pushed down. You're going to take your front clip and you're going to see here how this cutout here lines up just like that, and you'll push it down. And now we're going to attach that, and we're going to attach it. There's 3x12s and 3x14s. We're going to use the 3x14s up front, so the longer ones. We're going to take these, and a little hard to see here. push that in place. We're going to grab another one here. You can see the screw hole. Make it line up. So now we have the screw holes already lined up. And we're going to do screws in. And in the rear, looks like it's a little bit simpler of an install. Just going to have these pieces. This little notch is going to be facing the back of the car. Same thing, we're going to take these little eyelets, our 3x12, last two screws, guys. Last two screws and you'll have a clipless slash. 15 years it took them to get rid of those body pins. Well, it took them 15 years. It's only taken you and I 30 to 60 minutes. Boom. Slash. Clipless body posts. Very clean install. Moment of truth. Let's drop the body on here. And how easy does this latch up? So I don't know if it's because of this truck. We're gonna have to see about that. It's strong, of course. So far, initial test, it feels good. The problem is this body is not really lined up properly now. This truck has been heavily bashed, so it could just be that the bumper is messed up. That's the video for now. Thank you for watching, and I will post an update once I try out a new bumper.